Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, July 8th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take the time to nurture myself because it is my divine responsibility. And welcome to the week. We have an interesting Venus-y week ahead, for better or for worse. But I want to ask everybody to send my mama some good vibes because it is her birthday today. So yay for that. So let's talk about Venus really fast and what Venus is doing this week because it's where my focus is where I feel pulled. So today we have Venus and Uranus in a sextile, but you know, Uranus is a challenging planet. And then we're going to have Venus and Neptune a little bit later this week on Thursday before Venus shifts into Leo. So Venus at 29 degrees Cancer connecting to Neptune, 29 Pisces. That's got some interesting energy. And then once it moves into the sign of Leo, it has a little pull with Pluto, a little push and pull opposition with Pluto. So while I wouldn't call Neptune a challenging planet, I would say that 29 degrees Pisces is. So these three connections, they've all got karmic layers to them. They've all got some shift. So the best thing we can do is start the nurturing now, know how to tend to ourselves in the event of your Venus feeling triggered, in the event that the yin energy, the soft in you, the nurturing in you feels challenged, which I think just the way the world is unfolding right now, yes. And yin and yang is not exclusive to male or female. We all have yin and yang energies in us. And so just keep that in mind. And depending where your Venus is in your chart would, make a difference with how you're experiencing this. So we start Monday with Venus and Uranus making a connection. So we've got Venus in Cancer, Uranus in Taurus. Pull the blanket over your head. Do not even go out there. That's my advice for today. Oh yes, see, turning in. Unfortunately, it's a Monday or Tuesday, depending where you live. And so it's definitely, kind of out into the world. But if you can make a little time to tune in, give yourself a pep talk. Give your inner child a pep talk. And make sure, if you are, eat a good breakfast. Do what you need to do to nurture yourself, to give yourself a good platform for the day. Fortunately, this, transit is going to move on, but Uranus can definitely bring those triggers up. And these might be, again, things that you just kind of want to hide from. And part of Venus in Cancer, or any planet in Cancer, specifically the sun in Cancer as well, is feeling it to heal it. And so that's why if you can, give yourself a good foundation, fortify. This is interesting. I couldn't get that word in a reading for so long last week. I was doing a reading for somebody, and then it came through, and it just keeps coming through. Fortify, fortify, fortify. To fortify yourself in and through the world, that will support you. But just realize you might feel a little extra soft and you may feel a little extra triggered. Now, the next transit is also interesting. We have Mercury in Leo connecting to Jupiter in Gemini. Mercury and Jupiter, like Gemini and Leo, they definitely can hype each other up. So Mercury in Leo wants to hype up Jupiter and Gemini. What are the stories you're telling? What are the stories your inner child is telling? And are these stories, are these things that your mind is talking about, are they supporting you? Are they nurturing you? Is your brain being your friend or is it being your enemy? Because Jupiter's like, I'm going to make it bigger, whichever way you choose. Now, I love that Mercury and Leo's feeding in, because this could definitely be some lovely heartfelt energies, some kindness. But if we're feeling those triggers from that Venus, Uranus, it could plummet us. So watch for that. Our next transit that we have is Moon and Mars in a square. So Moon, we have the Moon continuing to move through Leo till tomorrow morning. Moon in Leo connects us to our heart, but it can also connect us to our ego. It can also connect us to our happy inner child or angry inner child. And so as it's connecting to Mars in Taurus energy, could bring on the temper tantrums. The temper tantrum, it feels very, what's her name? But Daddy, I want it now, from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It could go very that direction. Violet or something, yeah. So watch for that. The next transit as well is another square between the Moon in Leo and again Uranus. And again, we're feeling these triggers. This time it's more of the inner child that's kind of feeling these energies. Now, these triggers are meant to help grow up some of these inner children. Maybe not grow them up like, so they like have to act like a stuffy adult. It's not about that, but growing them up past some of the triggered immaturity. That's a good way of putting some of these energies for today. Watch for the triggered immaturity. If you find yourself stomping your foot, not that I'm saying that a good foot stomping doesn't help sometimes, because sometimes you just got to move those energies through. But if you find yourself stomping your foot or something like that at some point, chances are an immature inner child, an immature wounded inner child is making themselves known to you. Now, like I said, this week, I don't think it's a bad week by any means, but it just has these little Venus moments, and this can push on our own personal worth. It can push on money issues. It can push on your relationships, whether it's the relationship you have with the divine, the universe, your relationship that you have with somebody else, friendship, lovers, whatever. We do have the Lovers card in reverse, but it came out with the Understanding card. So recognize this week could be challenging in regards to relationship as Venus goes through these layers, but the balm is to be understanding. And I think personally some of the balm is the turning in and looking at our own pieces. And again, it's coming through again, that immature, wounded inner child. I also had a song pop up. I don't actually even like this song, but it's such a good, potent reminder. Jimmy Eat World, In the Middle. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle. I feel like we're all in the middle, and we spend a lot of time in the middle, but like, everything will be all right, all right. Last two cards. We are blooming. We are maturing through this. Please don't look at my chipped nails. I can't wear nail polish because it always chips, and then I hate the smell of nail polish remover, so I don't do it. But I wanted color. So anyway, we're flowering, we're blooming, we're growing. This is a Queen card. So our inner parenting, our inner nurturing, our turning in, and our layers of understanding, which is a Cup card. It is a watery card. It is helping. But we also get by with a little help from our friends. And hard times require furious dancing. So you should be dancing. All right. So the dancing sometimes is necessary to move these energies through. And today and this week, that might be part of your nurturing plan. So that's it for today. I think some of my Leo came out. It's in my hair for sure right now because my hair is like, I'm going to do what I want. But I definitely see a little bit more dramatic coming through. So here's my Leo activated for you. You can book a reading. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.